Rohit Sharma is the greatest player of all time. Full stop. Sam Perry.
Please subscribe to this channel. Well, it was his day. Here goes. It was his day. The Big Bear getting it done on the big stage for MI. Partnered with Johnny Bairstow. The energy behind that is something I want to discuss. MI knock GT out. The legacy villains defeat the New Age Death Star. Does Shubman Gill reject a handshake with Hardik Pandya at the toss? What we do know is that MI rejected GT's bowling attack and set them on their way to dumping GT from the comp. If you've just endured a dumping and you want to attack some food or anything else, do it with these guys.
10 minutes, Andre.
Boys, big basket. 10 minutes, Andre, big basket. 10 minutes, Andre, big basket.
Big basket, delivering in 10 minutes.
The Mumbai Indians might be the greatest team of all time. Pezza, Rohit Sharma, the greatest player ever. Shubman Gill, shady? Question marks. MI are through. GT, thank you. Thank you for playing. Saturday morning, Pezza. GT, see you later.
Just out like a light as well. Fizzled, the Gujarat Titans. Very un-Gujarat-like, but I guess when you are coming up against legacy champions with their own locuses of power on the field and off, perhaps it's understandable. Kusal Mendes seemed to understand it. I want to start with the Big Bear. Here goes, Rohit Sharma, 81 off 50. He comes to the party. Okay, he endures a few chances from Kusal Mendes in particular on IPL debut. Can happen. It can happen. Happens against Mumbai a lot. But, yeah, Gujarat apparently doesn't want it. He's dropped twice by Kusal Rohit, but he's otherwise striking wonderfully. He does tend to step up. He can step up in a big game, Rohit, and he's joined by Johnny Bairstow, who just subs in for MI like he's been part of the furniture for years. 47 from 22. There's something in the energy. You know, when you're at the end of the season, when you've been part of something for a long time, everything can look stale, everything can look the same. Is there any fire that can be lit more, he goes, than just joining Rohit Sharma with Johnny Bairstow atop the order, just to give everybody a little bit of energy? You know, just to light a fire, to create a spark. Bairstow, 47 from 22. Hell of a catch to get rid of him, and that's what it would have taken. Sai Sudarshan parries it up to someone. But MI continue on. He goes after that. But yeah, any words yourself on Rohit's innings, which you would have watched?
Rohit Sharma is the greatest player of all time, but I don't care about that. The IPL at this moment in time, it needs Johnny Bairstow. Like Jay Shah, we saw him last night at the Punjab RCB game, and what this tournament needs right now is Johnny Bairstow. That's all I want to say. It's all I want to say. Just Johnny Bairstow. Sorry. That's all I want to say.
Rashid Khan comes in, and I think it's fair to say that the fall-off needs to be studied because he's taken down by Rohit himself. Sky's in at this point. Anchors, again, 33 from 20, but it's enough. It's enough. It's all MI needs. He's dropped as well. Who isn't dropping a catch these days? The Big Bear departs. Tilak Varma comes in and does a job. That's when you know MI is at the races. 25 from 10. Kusal does take one eventually. And MI get a few away in the last over as well. He goes to take their score up to 220 odd or whatever it is. Interesting that Hardik calls out after the game. The skipper calls out after the game that the sixes that were hit in the final over, where MI do take 22 from it. This is from Gerald Coetzee over, of course. May have been the difference. And if you look a little bit closer, or more closely, who hit those sixes? Hardik Pandya. So well called on himself. Shubman Gill says also, if we could have contained those two sixes, things would have been way different. And that's generally the case in cricket, which uses mathematics and numeracy in order to delineate between sides. If there were fewer sixes, there would have been fewer runs to chase. So Shubman Gill showing that he is at the races himself. Sai Sudarshan and Washington Sundar tried their best in the second innings. Bolt does it again. He takes he gets Shubman Gill. Gill takes a review with him, of course. To be fair to Shubman Gill, even Bolt he didn't withdraw his appeal. Rishabh Pant style. But he did think that there were two noises. Turns out there weren't, and he was hitting all three. And Gill took one with him. Sai Sudarshan looking good, forcing balls through the offside. Kuzma Mendes' day got better in that he hit a couple of lovely shots, but then he decided to kick him over. He dropped in the range of 2 to 3 catches, and then he kicked his stump over. He was not going to allow Mumbai Indians to miss out last night. Sai Sudarshan and Washi, they linked to keep the game alive, and at one stage they're probably tilting the game in their favour. It's looking good for the Titans, and Washi in particular batting with a beautiful flourish. But what do you do? What do you do in that situation? We'll get to that in a second. But he goes, any reflections on Sai Sudarshan and Washington Sundar themselves?
When we've hypothesised about Washington Sundar previously, like all-rounders are killed in this format in the IPL. And Washington Sundar for the entire IPL for 72 games has cooled his jets. The entire IPL. He is a fantastic cricketer who deserves more airtime. And the IPL kills him. It just kills him. And in the same way that I want to see more Johnny Bairstow in my life, Washington Sundar is my best friend and I want more of him, but the IPL kills him. The IPL kills him. Like, he's such a good cricketer and he shows it today.
Okay, I'm calling this segment Who You Gonna Call, ladies and gentlemen. And you saw it, I saw it. Jasprit Bumrah, let me start that again. Jasprit Bumrah splays, I can't say splays. He splays Washington Sundar's pegs with a Yorker. He knocks him over, literally and figuratively, at exactly the time Mumbai Indians needed it. It's getting very, very silly now. Jasprit Bumrah is the best player in the world by absolute streets. Yeah. The defining feature of professional T20 cricket is that the world-class skills of batters and bowlers means that if it's your day, you get the upper hand. But not with this guy. He's the only guy that everybody essentially bows down to, like that dog on Instagram that in a pack of dogs is somehow the king. I think it might be King Charlie. That's basically Bumrah. I'm not calling him a dog. It's an analogy. Is anyone more consistently dominant than this guy? Like, is anyone more consistently impactful than Jasprit Bumrah? Like, I'll be honest, I prefer watching Bumrah in Test cricket because in Test cricket, batters have nowhere to hide with him. Like, he can work you over for as long as his body allows. He can show you the full array of his arsenal. He can do you over slowly. But I think it's perhaps the ultimate honour that the IPL's best player, which is Bumrah, is only 6th in the purple cap race. And it's purely because batters conclude that he's simply too good to attack. Like, you look at the economy rates of the other top 10 bowlers in the purple cap, and it just goes like 8, 8, 8, 8, 9 and over, 8 and over, high 7s, 10 and 9. And there's Jasprit Bumrah, 6.36. Of the bowlers that are among the top economy rates in the IPL, Bumrah is obviously first. Of those who've bowled over 10 overs, you have to get to 7.07 before you get to the next one. I'm just obviously scaling off numbers here, but that's Kuldeep Yadav. And Hardik Pandya shows his captaincy wares here. When they asked him after the game, when do you use Bumrah? And he just says it's very simple. Whenever you think the game is going away. And that's what they did here. They just gave him his third over in the 14th of the game when GT was looking good, and he did the business. He made the impact that they needed to make. He's the best player in the world.
Jasprit Bumrah, when he came to Australia this summer, the best thing I've ever seen, and the red ball is not even his best format. Like, this guy is Kirtley, Pigeon, Stain, Morkel, Wasim. It's just the best I've ever seen in my lifetime. And like, how do you like how is he so good at tests and it's his worst format? This guy is like, I mean, how do you ever replicate this guy? It's just a joy to watch this guy. Plain and simple. And Bairstow.
GT still have a chance at 49 off 20 at one stage. Tuatia and Shafane Rutherford. It's very, very doable. They then get it to something less doable, which is 24 off the last over. Richard Gleeson has the ball for MI. You know, who else would you give the ball to, obviously?
School teacher. Yep.
Yeah, that's right. Give it to a school teacher. And he holds his nerve. He's cramping, but the over just goes 1.2, which is game over. And Richard Gleeson goes, that's enough for me. I'm cramping. Give it to someone else. Ashwani can finish this off. I've had enough. I've done it. I've got it to 21 off 3. They can't possibly win. There is some possibility, of course, but Kusal Mendes can't bowl. And Ashwani gets one for his troubles, and Hardik decides to annoy everybody with a review of the last ball that's clearly not out. MI go through, and that just leaves us with 3. He goes, then there were 3. MI will go on to play Punjab for the honour of facing the juggernaut that is RCB in the final. There's lots of reasons to like both matchups, but I got to say at this point, RCB versus MI is probably the most delectable for me for very, very obvious reasons, and that is the Phil Salt versus Richard Gleeson matchup.
During our live show in India, we were discussing what RCB fans wanted, like how they wanted to win the IPL. Obvious answer, Kohli finishing 62 off 85 balls in a narrow run chase loss. And RCB fans were saying, I want it to be off Bumrah. And we were saying, listen to what you're saying. It's insane. It's not going to happen. You're going to fuck it up. Now, there is a possibility that exact circumstance could happen. So I like the Deccan Chargers.
Wonderful call. Let's move to hashtag AskTGC. This one comes in from Amana Mane 2692, to be fair, who says, hashtag AskTGC, the J Shah script says that it will be an MI versus RCB final. So Mana Mane has insights into the scripts. Rohit versus Kohli, winner retires from the IPL. I've noticed a bit of like, are they going to retire from the IPL chat? I mean, isn't it established that these guys finish their international careers early to elongate their franchise careers to make millions upon millions? I mean, we'll be seeing Rohit and Kohli in the IPL for like at least half a decade, won't we?
Oh, yeah. And Kohli's going to play for Middlesex. So he needs to focus on that first and foremost, where he lives.
Yeah. Exactly. He's got to deal with citizenship issues and everything. He's going to need and that costs a lot of money, so he might need a few more contracts. Michael's back. G'day, Bike.
Every day.
Wonderful family, the Michaels.
How are you, Mike?
Do you guys think Gujarat became complacent after qualifying, which resulted in them being outside of top 2? I think it's an important lesson for us all. Strike when the iron is hot, brackets, or strike when TGC uses team names of official images of the game in their videos. Now, it's a fair point. I mean, there's a difference between these strikes. I mean, you do strike when the iron is hot. If Gujarat had just put the pedal to the floor, they might have had 2 bites of the cherry. 2 bites is better than 1. Now, that's not to be confused with receiving a strike on your channel for using the names that are the IP and property of other entities. So it's important to make that delineation. There's 2 different meanings of the word strike. I don't really care, to be honest, Bike. Like, I'm happy for one of the Death Stars to be in the mix. I didn't really need 2. I think like Gujarat are basically just a new age MI in a lot of ways. So the old money has won out this time around. Gujarat will be back. They're too clinical. They're too ruthless. They have too many good players. They have systems. Ashish Neera, they'll be fine. I think if you're a Gujarat fan, you go, oh, that could have been a good year. But generally speaking, as a Gujarat fan, you wake up in the morning, you go, we'll probably be in the mix for the finals, and then just see what happens on the day. On this occasion, Shub McGill didn't shake Hardik Pandya's hand, and that was probably a mistake.
That's the way it goes. Pezza, 2 or 3 days ago, I thought GT was the best team in the comp by a distance, and now they're on the beach. So what does any of this really mean? It means that it's RCB's year? Is it the year of the pigeon? Is it a bird year? Is that what we're looking at?
It's very much looking like that. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, give us your comments. Let us know how you're feeling. Thanks for joining us on this occasion. We'll be back on what day is it? When is the next game? It's Sunday night, isn't it? A big one to decide who joins RCB in the final. That's going to be Punjab versus MI. The Aussie contingents, the hairy forearms of Punjab versus the old money legacy of the Mumbai Indians. We look forward to seeing you there. We'll be covering it at TGC Towers, and then the big one, RCB versus whoever it is that wins that match. I'm guessing it'll be Mumbai.